Oh, one of the big court cases from today as well, which you may have missed while you were out. Let's bring you up to speed on the Thabo Bester case, postponed to the 8th of August to allow for further investigations. A group of former G4S employees also marching to the Mangaung Correctional Centre to submit a memorandum of demands. Let's head over to Pule Letshwiti Jones, been following this for us, eNCA reporter. We'll talk about what one of the former G4S employees had to say about Bester, Pule, in just a moment. First of all, talk to me about that protest today by those outside the prison.
Well, very good evening, Gareth. And this is one former G4S employee who was part of the, emergency special team. This is the unit which would, of course, go with the intelligence officer and, of course, other security officials into the cells of inmates when having to search for some items, which includes, of course, smuggled cell phones, amongst other, items which could be deemed hazardous or quite dangerous as well. But he goes on to detail how Thabo Bester really received special treatment and how, some certain internal systems were flaunted in the attempt to try and favor Thabo Bester. He says that, of course, he had been working at G4S for nearly 2 decades, rather, and he had never seen something of such a nature. Of course, the person I spoke to was part of the handful of G4S employees as well who marched to the Mangaung Correctional Centre, who set a memorandum and brought a memorandum and submitted handed over the memorandum to the director of HR at G4S, Mr. Stephen Page, and they requested that he then sends the memorandum to officials at the Department of Correctional Services. Now, Gareth, I spoke to this official from the former G4S employee earlier on, and I really just want you to take a listen to what he had to say when I chatted to him about Thabo Bester.
Sometimes we'll go, for example, maybe during the week. A week must be saving 7 days. Maybe we'll go twice in a week. We'll be finding, for example, some noodles. Ask yourself an inmate having noodles in the cell. Then we'll confiscate that noodles. When we come back again, we'll find something like wheat bix. Then cell phones, we'll confiscate them, take them to security office. When we come back, the very same stuff, sometimes we found them again. Then we ask ourselves, how? We found this cell phone. Then we found it again, the very same cell phone we found on Monday. Then we will ask ourselves, who are sending them back? I don't know. But most of the time when we confiscate something from an inmate, we took that thing to the security office. But for the inmate to get it back, we don't know how we managed to get the stuff back.
You say he was highly connected?
Very so, highly connected. If your seniors can come during the night, visit the inmate during the night saying they are going to search without EST, you may ask yourself, what are they going to do?
Did that often happen without you approving?
No, I'm not the one who's supposed to approve for them to come and search. But as EST, when we are searching, we tend to be a dedicated search team. When there is a fight, then we become a EST. And according to the policy of G4S, if the manager, supervisor, they want to search an inmate, they must go with the EST. So our security office, usually they will come here in the night. Security supervisor, security manager, and intelligence office to come and search without coming with the EST. That's where I was lost and asking myself why.
That's a good question. Ask yourself why. I think it's a fascinating interview you've done to try and get a sense of what happens inside that prison. Very, very interesting. Pule Letshwiti Jones, thank you very much for the coverage earlier today. They were following those members of the G4S who were making their way to the Mangaung prison with demands, and then also that conversation between Pule and finding out exactly how it is that Thabo Bester was operating inside of that prison.